Hi guys, can someone do me a favour and reach out to Lee Anderson, the ex-Tory turned Reform UK MP, and explain to him that I can't do a Fool of the Week on a Monday or Tuesday, no matter how hard the Ashfield Member of Parliament wants to embarrass himself. So the topic of discussion was education, and the Secretary of State for that department, Bridget Phillipson, was answering questions. Lee thought it'd be very clever, surely not, to stand up and use a term that he clearly doesn't understand, but should, considering it's one of the most used tactics by his boss Nigel Farage. It was so embarrassing, half the chamber erupted in laughter. Have a listen to this.
Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, there's a minority of teachers who subscribe to the sort of dog-whistle, divisive politics sometimes seen from the opposition benches, and the benches down here, by the way. This has led to some children in Ashfield being put off from speaking, expressing their own opinions during sensible debate in school time. So does the Secretary of State agree with me that whilst in the classroom, teachers should remain politically neutral?
Mr. Speaker, I've had the privilege of visiting hundreds of schools across our country, and I tell you, children are usually never backwards in coming forwards with their opinions in the schools that I visited, and I would hope that is the case in his constituency too. Of course, schools have a duty to promote issues such as fundamental British values, and schools are also subject to long-standing legal duties which do prohibit them from promoting partisan political views.
Oh my goodness, Lee Anderson. Somebody needs to lend him a dictionary so he can actually understand what a dog whistle is. Because he's using it, but he obviously doesn't understand what a dog whistle is. Or he heard somebody else using it and goes, oh, let's try and use that term against the Labour Party and against, I don't know who was sitting in front of him, maybe the Conservatives or the Liberal Democrats. Reform UK is built on the idea of using dog whistles in order to convince people, I don't know, to come out and riot in some cases. That's what Nigel Farage has been doing, issuing dog whistles left, right and centre over the last number of years. Now, is there an issue of free speech in schools? I don't know. I don't think there is, because if there was, it would be an issue being brought up by real politicians, not by joke politicians like Lee Anderson. Look, it's likely that somebody sent him a message on his way to work. He does these videos where he asks the members of the public to send him a message. Somebody probably heard something from somebody else. Oh, little Jimmy isn't allowed to, to talk about how great Elon Musk is, or to talk about how great Nigel Farage is, or something like that. And the teachers are saying rightly, that's not maybe a discussion for today. We're talking about mathematics, little Jimmy. So, of course, little Jimmy's mother or father brought it up to Lee Anderson, their MP, hoping that this would be the issue of the day. Like, at least in a sense, maybe Lee Anderson is responding to his constituents, unlike other members of his party. But I think Lee needs to get himself a dictionary and understand what a dog whistle actually is before trying to accuse other people of relying on them. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.